People like you don't know nothing about where I come from.
Cuff him if you got the cuffs.
There is probable cause for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
That's 306.
Now I gotta come here and my life up.
Fractions, can you take him out?
The spotlight of justice shines on Waukesha, Wisconsin, as the court case against 39-year-old Darrell Brooks commences. Brooks faces severe charges, including 6 counts of intentional homicide, meaning prosecutors allege he deliberately caused the deaths of 6 people. He's also charged with 61 counts of recklessly endangering safety with a dangerous weapon and other offenses. These charges stem from a horrific incident that occurred a year prior at the town's Christmas parade. According to police reports, Brooks was involved in an argument with his former girlfriend shortly before the incident unfolded. Tragedy struck when Brooks allegedly drove his mother's car into the festive crowd gathered for the Christmas parade. This resulted in a devastating loss of life, with 6 individuals between the ages of 8 and 81 confirmed dead. Over 60 others were injured in the chaos. In the aftermath, Brooks reportedly fled the scene on foot. However, his escape attempt was short-lived. He was found a short distance away on the doorstep of a stranger's home within a mile radius of the incident. Footage captured by the doorbell camera shows Brooks asking the homeowner to use their phone.
And I called an Uber, and I'm supposed to be waiting for it over here, but I don't know when it's coming. Can you call that person, please?
Brooks' brief freedom was cut short by chance. Patrolling officers in the area spotted him, his appearance matching the suspect description they'd received. Authorities questioned Brooks about his presence at the scene. However, he reportedly claimed to be unaware of the reason for his detainment.
Tell me what happened. With what? With the car. With your mom's car.
Facing a mountain of charges, 75 felonies and a misdemeanor, Brooks weighed his options. He considered pleading not guilty by reason of mental defect, but ultimately entered a standard not guilty plea. During the pre-trial hearing, Brooks's focus appeared to drift. The prosecutor noted that Brooks fell asleep while witness testimony was being presented.
Observed that for about the past 40 minutes, Mr. Brooks appears to be asleep in the courtroom. I don't know if he's just being disrespectful, uninterested, or if he's not feeling well.
Following a short break in the proceedings, Brooks reacted with anger when Judge Jennifer Doro reminded him that the entire hearing was being recorded.
You gotta film this on YouTube?
Mr. Brooks, the live stream is on.
I don't care about no live stream. Just like y'all don't care. All this political.
Mr. Brooks,
You
look
sit
at
here and act like you know me. People like you don't, y'all
Mr.
you don't
Brooks.
know nothing about where I come from.
Mr. Brooks.
You push me, dog.
Don't push back then.
Mr. Brooks.
Don't push back.
Push me again.
Mr. Brooks, we have to continue with this hearing.
Don't put your hand on me, dude.
Nobody put their hands on you.
They better not put their hand on me.
Don't
touch me, dog.
They see it.
As the trial commenced 5 weeks later, Brooks made a surprising choice. He elected to defend himself.
I just want this to be fair, and it hasn't been fair.
A decision that unfolded ongoing outbursts and inappropriate behavior in court.
And it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game. Your life is not on the line. Mine is.
Due to his disruptive behavior, the judge relocated Brooks from the main courtroom to a separate room where he could participate remotely in his defense.
We are back on the record.
However, Brooks' disruptive behavior persisted. This included removing his clothes and turning away from the camera, followed by building a small stronghold out of cardboard boxes. The 3-week trial concluded with the jury reaching a swift verdict in under 3 hours. Brooks was found guilty on all 76 charges, including the 6 counts of intentional homicide. In the sentencing phase, family members of the victims presented emotional statements to the court.
It offends me that you're sitting here breathing while she is not. You are a monster. You deserve contempt and death. As for me, this will never be over until the day I'm pissing on your grave. I think it would be fair to say that for your crimes, even God hates you.
Mr. Brooks, I hope as I read my statement, you continue to roll your eyes. I think it's important for the world to see what human rot looks like. Yeah, shake your head. There's nothing this court can do that would provide justice in my eyes. So all I ask is that you brought slow.
Following the verdict, Judge Dorau issued Brooks a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The scene shifts to Cleveland, Ohio. A warrant is out for Milton Watts' arrest after he skipped a domestic violence hearing. Now the 21-year-old faces the judge at Berea Municipal Court.
You were supposed to be here last month. You did not appear. Why weren't you here?
My mom didn't show up. Somebody died in the family. There was no reason for me to be here.
Well, it's not an engraved invitation, son. It's a court order.
Unaware of the storm he's brewing, Watts seems confident navigating the situation alone. This misplaced confidence, however, would soon prove to be a costly mistake.
Your attorney withdrew, so you'll have to hire an attorney?
I don't need an attorney.
You're a lawyer?
Nope.
Unfortunately for Watts, his understanding of the legal system appeared to be on shaky ground.
Do you want to talk to me about me at bond with me? What do you want to tell me?
About what?
Bond?
I don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you.
Watts' attitude isn't flying with Judge Green, who's known for his strict demeanor.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt. Cuff him if you got the cuffs. Hold on, it's $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to the temporary protection order.
Having paid a steep price for his words, Watts inexplicably chooses to escalate.
He just swore at the judge. Can I give you a piece of advice?
What?
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 180. That's 306.
Now I gotta fucking come here and my life up. You!
Melvin, stop!
How many days you wanna give me now? Are you sure counting?
Melvin,
Yeah, I'm at about a year right now in contempt, so.
Watts' family tried to shut him down, but the unrelenting insults proved impossible to curtail.
I don't care.
I don't give a
Melvin, stop!
Everybody. You.
Melvin!
Power.
Good.
Fuck the power.
Good.
That's stupid! Melvin, stop! Stop it! You're not even getting in trouble! Melvin, listen! You're going...
You keep telling me anything.
Listen.
Deputies and other court staff swiftly enter the courtroom for backup.
Melvin!
Just let him do what you're not going to do anything. You're just causing more.
That's ignorant.
That's the way he is.
Despite initially imposing a sentence of 360 days in the heat of the moment, the judge ultimately reconsidered after a brief recess. Upon further reflection, the judge decided to reduce the sentence to a more manageable 90 days in jail. This revised sentence, the judge explained, took into account both the severity of the offense and Watts' family apparent contrition. For the original domestic violence charge, Mr. Watts received a separate sentence of 5 days in jail. Shifting focus to Miami-Dade County's Bond Court, Judge Mindy Glazer is at the helm today. MMA fighter John Chavez finds himself in the dock. He faces charges of aggravated assault, burglary, and eluding police. The situation reportedly began when Chavez discovered a restraining order filed by his mother. Upon entering her residence, he's accused of destroying her phone, breaking her glasses, and wielding a large kitchen knife. Chavez fled the scene upon police arrival, triggering a manhunt that forced nearby schools into lockdown. The imposing figure of the defendant stands at 6'2" and weighs 220 pounds, with a past marked by assault and battery charges. He was eventually apprehended in a neighbor's backyard, close to his mother's home. Following his arrest, he appears before Judge Glazer to determine his eligibility for bail.
Sir, you were arrested for burglary to an occupied dwelling. It's from March 22nd, and you have another case, aggravated assault, from March 21st. I'll appoint the public defender's office for you. Is he also out on felony bond?
Yes.
This is not Chavez's first rodeo in Judge Glazer's court. He's here for the second time in less than a week.
Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for...
Just days before the unsettling incident at his mother's residence, John Chavez found himself in handcuffs yet again. This time, the arrest stemmed from possession of a firearm. However, when the gun turned out to be a toy, the charges were dismissed. A kitchen knife, unlike a toy gun, presents a very real danger. With the gravity of the situation at hand, Judge Glazer may be less inclined to offer leniency. Now the public defender steps forward to make her statement.
As to the aggravated assault, Judge, there's no indication here that this gentleman ever threatened the alleged victim in this case.
All eyes turn to Judge Glazer as she prepares to issue her ruling.
There is probable cause for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They didn't charge it that way, but that's what it is.
Discontentment clouds Chavez's face, but Judge Glazer has more to say.
Sir, you're ordered to stay away from, I guess it's your mother, Iris Chavez. No contact with Ms. Chavez, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
Chavez appears ready to speak, but the courtroom layout requires the microphone to be activated by his attorney for the judge to hear him. He continues to try to get a word in. Next up are the charges. For aggravated assault, the judge sets a bond of $7,500, but the burglary charge brings a steeper price for the defendant.
I'm setting at no bond. There's probable cause for armed burglary. He had a knife in the enclosed area. Sir, I know it's upsetting right now for you.
Chavez's frustration visibly mounts.
Sir, I know you're upset. I'm sorry. Corrections, can you take him out?
With not many developments, the judge gives it another shot.
Corrections.
Yes, they're coming, Your Honor.
Chavez is ultimately cleared of the initial charges and released. 8 months later, however, he's convicted of new burglary charges, leading to a 7-year and 10-month sentence in a Florida prison.